Hello, hello. Hi. Hey, hello, sushi monster. Hi. Are you enjoying your school holiday so far? And about 2 more weeks plus have to go back school already. That's good. That's good. Have to study to prepare for next year. Hi. Are you celebrating Christmas? It's Christmas next week. I'm not sure. Maybe there are other people. I'm also not sure. I think got I'm not sure. I think got two or three. Hello. Maybe everyone, enjoying holidays. They go out. A lot of students actually go for holidays during like this period. Sushi Monster never go holidays. Hello, Indwa. How's your PSLE? It's interesting, right, Dr. Stone? Oh, I'm glad you like it. Very sciencey also. How do you in what do you get into a school that you like? Oh, glad to know. Your second choice? Hey, at least you can manage to get into your second choice. Good. Oh no, I see your display picture is Dr. Stone, is it? E equals to MC square. When you go secondary school, you learn that. You learn that formula. Hi. You learn that formula on Dr. Stone's clothes. Yeah. Hi. Okay, it's 7. All right, so I'm gonna start. Okay. Wow, we know I never go for holidays. Are you celebrating Christmas? Next week? Okay. Hello, everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna start. Okay. Okay. So just wow, when holiday ready? Where do you go? Okay. So just to let you all know. All right. Those of you who are watching, the online classes registration are already open. Okay, so I'll be teaching um next year P5 online classes. Okay, so if you want, you all can take a look. Okay, you can look at search in Google AGrader, or there's a link in our bio. Then you can go and take a look. All right. So today, oh, you went for Malaysia. Oh, that's pretty long in Malaysia. Do you enjoy yourself? Yeah. Okay. So later, right, there will be Kahoot. Okay. So but we'll go through the worksheets first. Hi, Alice. Hi, Yuhao. Hey, that's good. You know what? All right. So basically, what happens is today, although this is for next year's P5, all right, but you all haven't learned new topics yet, right? So we'll still be going through like some revision recap about on P3 and P4 topics. Okay. Hi, who is the one with the many dots? Hello. Oh, Winwa, have you gone Japan before? I think you will love it. I went there and I bought a lot of like figurines. Okay, so let's look at this one. Okay, so over here, what happens is that, okay, we'll be going through the questions. All right, so let's take a look at question one. Okay, hi. Hi, coming back at 2027. Why 2027? That's 2 years later. That's not even next year. Hi. All right, so let's take a look at question one. Okay, if you know your answers, you can send in through the chat. All right. So over here, it says that this person, Ivan, poured the same volume of water from cups E and F into an empty cup G. Okay, this is the empty cup shown in the diagram below. Hi, yeah. Okay, so over here, they are asking us which of the following is most likely the temperature of water in cup G after the water in cup E and F are poured. Okay, wow, so fast, are you? Okay, so okay, I seen two of you mention three as the answer. Okay, so all right, so the correct answer is 1 hour. The life is 1 hour, so we end at approximately 8 p.m. Yeah, but we got a Kahoot later on. Okay, all right. So the answer is number three. Okay, so why number three? Okay, those of you sending your answers, you got it correct. Okay, so basically, you need to understand that. Okay, cup E consists of hot water. Cup F consists of just like medium warm water, right? So it's a room temperature, around room temperature. Okay, the water is around room temperature. All right, so you need to understand that when it is being mixed, over here is mixed, right? Okay, when it's being mixed, what happened is that the heat, all right, will be so-called mixed as well. All right, the heat will be so-called shared as well. Okay, so in this case, right, can you imagine if you have boiling water and you have cold water and you mix together, you're not supposed to, are you supposed to add the temperature up? Hello, hello, I love shawarmas. Hi. Are you supposed to add the temperature up? Am I supposed to take like 80 plus 30? Hey, hello. Okay, so we are not, okay, so basically we are not supposed, yes, thank you, Alice. We're not supposed to add it up, right? It's like you got hot water and you got cold water and you mix it up and can't possibly you get even hotter water. That's not possible. Okay, so what happened is the heat is shared. The heat in these two water, okay, is being mixed and is being shared in a way. Okay, so how if I want, how do I get the exact temperature? Okay, at that point of time, okay, when they mix, is that you need to share, right? Since we have two different type of temperature, we need to divide by two. That's called sharing. Sharing the heat. The heat will flow. Okay, heat from this water is going to flow into this water when they are mixed together. Okay, so when we say that they share, we need to take 80 plus 30, the total. Okay, then you divide by 2. All right, 80 plus 30 divide by 2. Okay, so it will give you approximately 55 degrees Celsius. Okay. Oh, minus also cannot straight away minus. Okay, so what happens is, okay, but even if you don't know the formula, okay, let's say if you don't know what to do, you just imagine, okay, it can't possibly be even hotter. So number four is out. A lot of you say cannot be even hotter, right? It's a bit funny, right? Hot water, you add cold water, become even hotter. Cannot be. Okay, and it cannot be even colder. 28 degrees Celsius is even colder than 30. Okay, and when you are mixing hot and cold and the coldest is 30, it will not supposed to remain at the same temperature as 30 also. So the only answer is number three, 55 degrees. Okay, Ken? Even if you don't know this, even if you don't know this, okay, even if you're not sure about this, by eliminating, using elimination method, you should find out your correct answer. Okay, very good. Yeah, you're supposed to share because you're sharing with two types of water, two water at two temperatures. So the heat will be shared. Total heat, they're gonna mix, right? Heat always flow from a hotter to a colder region. So they'll so-called share the heat. Okay, can? Alright. So okay, so let's move on. Estimate also can. Usually they won't ask you to calculate the exact value. So don't worry. At primary school level, they won't. Okay, so you just need to use elimination also can. Okay, can just think logically and eliminate. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the next one. Any questions so far for this one? Hello, everybody. Okay, good. Okay, let's move on, okay? Okay, so next one. Okay, so let's look at question 2. Okay, so over here, it says that the diagram below shows a fully inflated bouncy castle. Okay, and they said that the volume when it's fully inflated is 500 cm cube. Okay, so the moment that you see the word fully inflated, okay, the volume, this means that this is the maximum capacity, maximum volume of things or items or matter it can hold. Okay, be it a container, beaker, also, a jug. If that is the maximum, the value cannot go beyond 500 cm cube because this is the maximum. It can't possibly keep 600 cm cube worth of items inside. Okay, can? Okay, so over here, yes, there is air. Good. So now, what happened is that air is pumped into the deflated bouncy castle until it's fully inflated. So they already tell you what's inside. Inside is filled with air. Okay, so which graph accurately shows the change in the volume of air? But you need to understand volume. Volume. Okay, I show you all the options a bit. Okay, I go down. I'll shift it up a bit. Okay, volume means what? Volume is not the same as amount of air inside. Its volume is the space taken up by air, is the amount of space occupied by air. Okay, can? You don't know? Just now I give you a clue already. I gave you a very important clue. This is the maximum. You see here? This is the maximum. Maximum means what? Maximum means the thing that you put inside, it only got this amount of space. It only got 500 cm cube of space. Just imagine a water bottle. It only have 500 cm cube of space, 500 ml, for example. So the things that stay inside the bottle will take up maximum 500 cm cube of space. So which one is, oh, it's okay, only P3 because this is a P4 topic. It's okay, it's good to learn something extra cause next year you P4, right? So you will need to learn this topic, this matter and its 3 states. Okay, so yes, it can only hold 500. So which one definitely wrong? You see, right, got 2 definitely wrong already. Which one definitely cannot? Which one definitely it cannot be like oh, now P2 only. Oh no. But I have like 1 or 2 P3 topics in this worksheet because this is a P5. I'm supposed to teach for P5. Okay, so does anyone know? Are you sure, Hexa? Hello. It's okay. It's never too late to learn anything. we are all always learning something, even when we go older. Okay, very good, Alice. 1 and 2 definitely wrong, right? Because cannot be more than 500. This is ridiculous. Why is it ridiculous? Is because if it's more than 500 means that this thing, this bouncy castle magically becomes bigger. Okay, not inflated, magically becomes bigger. That means it expanded. Okay, but it cannot expand because there's no gain of heat here. Okay, can only when things gain heat then you expand. Okay, so this one no. All right, this is P. No, this question is this live is for next year P5 students. Yeah, but because you haven't learned new topic, I a bit funny that I call you all, ask you all the answer to answer P5 topic. So this one is this live is consisting of P3 and P4 topics. Yeah. Okay. So very good. Yes, the answer is 4. All right. Why? Okay. If I keep pumping air, you must know that air can be compressed also. Okay. So and Take note here, have not reached maximum volume, cannot. It will occupy all the space until the maximum. All right, so this one has reached maximum volume, the maximum amount of space. So the answer is 4. Very good, all of you. Yes, very good. Okay, everyone okay? It's okay. Wow. Yeah, that means you'll be learning, you'll be taking science next year. P2 is this year, right? Not next year, right? Okay. It's okay, you know. They want is a hardworking parent, you know. Because they watch too, they can teach the kid. Hey, that's good. Okay, everyone okay? Any questions so far for this one? You going AGrader tomorrow? Who are you? The one with the dot. No questions. Thank you, Alice. No questions. I'm gonna move on. Okay. What do you mean by which one are you? What? I'm confused. Okay, let's look at question 3. You're going AGrader tomorrow. I'm going AGrader to work tomorrow also at North Point. Okay, so let's look at 3. Yes, I'm the real one. What happened to the imposter? The one that put my keep putting my name as his yeah, his display name. Okay, let's look at question 3. Okay, over here. Yeah, probably celebrating. You're not celebrating? Next week is Christmas. Merry Christmas to all of you, okay, in advance. Because I want to see you all next week. Okay, so let's look at question 3. Okay, so after playing a game of checkers, oh, Sushi Monster, I didn't see the fake one before. Earlier this year when I'm going through P6, earlier this year I'm actually handling P6, but now cannot do P6. As in, now I'm not touching. I think the student is a P6 student. I got the feeling. That's why now he finished PSLE, so he's not here. So now I go back. So I go back to P5. Okay, which A grader? North Point, North Point. Okay, so over here. All right, so what happened is John tried to stack up a black and white disc. And what happened is he's able to do this as every piece of black and white disc has a magnet in them. Okay, I'm only going to highlight the important things for science. Okay, so the important thing is magnets. All right, so now it was easy for him to stack black with white. Okay, you can see from here. Black, white, black, white. That means the black actually sticks to the white. Okay, so what could be a possible reason for John's observation? Okay, so how come it can stack? There's magnets, right? So how come it can stack? What happens between the black and white surface? They, oh, you know this is very good. They what? You're going Orchard tomorrow, wow. And that's a very atas place. Atas means very high class place. Oh yes, because they attract very good sushi monster. Okay, and the one with the dot. It's good that you know this full stop. I'll call you full stop from now on. Okay, so yes, it's because they are attracting each other. Okay, they attracted each other, right? So in order for attraction to take place, yes, Sushi Monster mentioned that it is because their unlike poles are facing each other. Because in order for them to attract, just imagine, okay, attract, okay, means that they are different. Different will attract. Okay. Albirana, is that how I pronounce your name? Yes. So in order for them to just remember opposites attract. Okay? So attract means they're opposites, means their poles are not the same. So means that their unlike poles are facing each other. Okay? So definitely not because they are like poles. Did this question never show you repel? Okay, and in order to attract cannot be like poles. So option 1 and 2 is already out. Yes, a lot of you say 3. Very good. So yes, the answer is number 3. Unlike poles are facing each other and they attract, and Unlike poles, when they face each other, they cannot repel. Okay, so very good. The answer is number three. Good job. Yes, very good, Wax. Okay, Ken, any questions so far for this one? Enjoy your life there. You are going Gan In Sing? Who is Are You okay? Gan In Sing? That's not bad. Oh, the best, okay? Secondary school, right? All the best with your secondary school life, okay? Make friends and yeah, and always stay away from dangerous or harmful things. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, we are now at our open-ended question. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna show you the first part of the question first, okay? Because if not, the border on top is gonna block everything. Okay, so on Math Olympiad or Science Olympiad or okay, so let's look at this one. Okay, so what happened is they said that Jenny conducted an experiment in a dark room. Okay, so what happened is she shone a torch through liquid Q and recorded the amount of light passing through liquid Q using a light sensor connected to a data logger. Oh, both. Okay, all the best, okay? So what happened is she repeated the experiment with liquids R, S, and T, and she recorded her observations in the graph below. Okay, so now okay, so you all need to know, okay? So in an experiment, always make it a good habit to identify your changed and measured variable. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so can y'all tell me what is my changed variable here? Change variable in experiment is something that is different in the experiment. So what do you think it is? What is the change variable? What do you think is a change variable? Lawrence? Who is Lawrence? Okay, very good. The type of liquid. Thank you, YY. Thank you, Sushi Monster. So, something that is different in this experiment are the liquids. Okay, liquid Q, R, S, T. You can see from here. See? With different liquids, QRST, and initially is with Q. So the liquids, the type of liquids is my changed variable. Changed variable means something that must be different in the experiment. All right. So then, very good wax as well. Okay. So then you also need to find out. You need to identify what is my measured variable. Measured variable is something that is being recorded. It's like the results. So what is being recorded? What is the results of the experiment? Which one? Which one do y'all think is the measured variable? Okay. No worries. Okay. Adriana is okay. Okay, so over here, amount of light, very good. All right, so the amount of light passing through is something that she record. Look out for the word record. See, record. All right, something that a person record would be the results of the experiment. That would be my measured variable. Okay, amount of light in lux. Light is measured in lux, but don't need to. Usually, they'll use units, just units. Okay, so they won't. So that students won't get confused. Yes, but lux is the measurement for light. Okay, so let's look at A. So what is A asking for? A is asking us to state one variable that must be kept constant for this experiment to be fair. So always remember, in order, is this in P3? This is about light. This one P4 question. Okay, so in order for it to be a fair test means what, everybody? Do you all know what does fair test means? In a fair experiment, fair test means that what? There must only be any idea? Fair test? A test that is fair? But how I know whether a test is fair? There must only be one thing that can change only. Okay, that means all the items that you use in your experiment, only one thing can change. Yes, one change variable. Okay, so in a fair test, there must only be one CV. CV means change variable. Okay, so the thing that you keep constant, constant means what other thing must you keep the same? Okay, and you must remember, you cannot keep your change variable the same. You cannot use all the same liquid. Then I do this experiment for what? No, then there's no reason for me to do this experiment, right? Okay, so over here, the thing that you keep the same cannot be your change variable or your measured variable. Okay, the thing that you keep the same is not the change and not the measured. Yes, very good. So if you look at your diagram, there's so many other things that I'm using. What else must be the same? Amount of water, water or liquid? Must be a bit careful. Amount of liquid you put in the glass container can. Yeah, must be careful, okay? Don't say water because they never use water here. So must be very careful, but I got your idea there. No worries. Okay, so the type of torch, okay, can be, but let's be a little bit more scientific. The type of torch affects the amount of light, right? So the light intensity of the torch, the type of torch, okay, a type of torch I still will accept. Amount of liquid can. Type of torch anymore? Any other answer? There is more than one accepted answer for this question when it comes to like constant variable. The torch someone mentioned already, can the torch must be the same, amount of liquid must be the same. The distance, okay, the distance between the liquid and the torch must be the same, right? Okay, and even the distance between the light sensor, the light sensor and the torch and the liquid must be the same as well. Okay, why? Because imagine your torch is in front of your eyes. Imagine your eyes is the light sensor, right? The torch is right in front. Wow, you feel like you're almost blinded by the torch. The light seems very bright, right? And but if you're gonna move the torch further and further and further away from your eye, it feels that the light is not that bright anymore. Correct? So the distance of the torch between the light sensor and the torch would actually affect how much light is detected by the light sensor. Okay? The further the torch is away from the light sensor, okay, it will be less bright. So the light sensor will detect less light. So cannot, this distance must remain the same. Okay, if not the test wouldn't be fair. Okay, okay? Okay, very good. All right, so glass beaker, the same blood, the must be a bit more specific. The size, the type of glass beaker, the color. Okay, I will accept the material because we have clear glass and frosted glass. Okay, so it must be the same. Can. Okay, can? All right, so I'm just gonna write one answer down. Okay, I'll write the variable that's going to affect my results the greatest. Okay, which is the distance between the torch and the light sensor. Okay, if you put distance between the torch and the beaker, also can. All right. So and all those answers that you mentioned also accepted. I just write down one of the more the more scientific answer. Okay, because it will affect my results greatly. Okay, so you must understand why must it keep the same? So it must be kept the same so that it doesn't affect my results. Okay? Okay, very good. Okay, Ken? Okay, hello. Can y'all focus on y'all please focus on the live, okay? Okay, everyone okay, Ken? Okay, so let's look at B. Okay, so B. So for B, what happened is that explain why a clear glass beaker must be used for this experiment. Okay, so what happens is that you need to understand, okay? Okay, so what happened is, you wrote, to the torch. Thank you. Okay, so let's look at B. Okay, so B, explain why the clear glass beaker must be used. Just now someone said that so that light, why? Said that so light can pass through and light can be measured. You okay, I get what you're trying to mean. You are not exactly wrong, but so when they say, right, why must this be used? Why must it be this only? Okay, no, no, you got the idea there is you want light to pass through, right? You got the idea there. Okay, but they are asking you, why must this variable be constant? So there is okay, where every time they ask you, why must a certain variable be the same? Why must certain variable be constant? There is a standard way of answering this type of question. You got one. Most of you got one part correct. The first part. Okay, so a lot of you say will not block light or you will allow most light to pass through, right? So good. That is the first part. Okay, so you must give a reason. Okay, explain why. Okay, I teach you step by step. Okay, so explain why. You must give them a reason why it must be clear. So you spoke about light, right? Will not block light. Okay, talk about light. Good. Okay, so why you don't want it to block light? Why you don't want it to? Why you want light to pass through? So that what? So that, okay, so this one must remember, okay, the back part is the answering technique. When I make certain things the same, when I make the amount of water the same, the amount of liquid the same, the type of torch the same, I want to make sure that my measured variable is only affected by my change variable. My result, measured variable is results. Okay, but I try not to write results. We use scientific terms like measured variable. So I want to make sure my measured variable is only affected by change variable, by my change variable, which is liquids, and not other variables. Okay, can? Okay, so take note, this one I write down the template. Okay, this one you have to remember. You want to ensure that measured variable only affected, I write point form, okay, by change variable. Okay? Can this blue color part is like a template. If any experimental question they ask you, why this thing must be kept the same? Why must it be like this? Why must the beaker be the same? Why must the torch be the same? You want to ensure the front will change, the red color part will change, depending on whatever they're asking about, but the blue color part will not change. Okay, but you only need to replace the measure and change variable. You want to ensure that the measured variable is only affected by the change variable. Okay, can? Hey, y'all concentrate, okay? Don't argue, please. Okay, so yes, a lot of you got the front part correct. Yes, will not block light, will allow light to pass through. Very good. So let's write the red one first. A lot of you got the red point. Okay, so you have to say that a clear glass will not block light from the torch. Okay, so if it doesn't block light from the torch, I can ensure something. Okay, to ensure that my measured variable, in this case, what did I measure? That's why I call it to identify. I'm measuring the amount of light passing through the liquid. Okay, so the amount of light the amount of light recorded. So to ensure that the amount of light recorded, okay, is only affected by what? By my changed variable. Okay, the affected by the type of liquid. Okay, this is to ensure a fair test. Not arguing? Okay, then that's okay. Jean, you got the idea there. The one you need to you got the red part there, but the blue part must right. Okay, you also take note. Okay, you must ensure that measured variable, my result, is only affected by the type of liquid. In this case, my change variable. So you write this one in. Okay, so a lot of you say will not block light, will allow light to pass through is fine. Okay, but you have to make sure that you write this part. Measured variable only affected by change variable. So the variables will change, okay, depending on your experiment. Okay, if they're recording the temperature, so you must say the temperature is only affected by the type of liquid. For example. Okay, so depending on whatever the experiment is about. Okay, Ken? Yes, sushi monster, you got the idea there. But we must be a bit more like scientific. What is the result? The amount of light recorded is the results. And you want to make sure that it's only the liquid that changes the amount of light, not other things. Okay, good. Okay, any questions or you all need more time for this one? Done? Okay. Yu how are you? Yu Hao, you are P1 next year. Done? Okay. Sushi Monster, you are P5 next year or P4 next year? Next year. P6 are you how? Oh goodness. You are the new syllabus PSLE. Eh? P5 next year Sushi Monster. Oh, just nice. Alice also P6. Yeah, new syllabus. Oh, just to let you all know, okay? Those of you who are taking PSLE next year, the new syllabus, right? Instead of the MCQ having a total of 56 marks, the MCQ now holds 60 marks. Hey, you should be happy. The new syllabus changed, you know. Now got more marks in MCQ eh. So try your best. You get full marks for MCQ, you already get 60. I'm very sure you all won't get zero for open-ended. So if you get all correct for MCQ and you get a some marks here and there in open-ended, you are bound to get at least like um I would say AL four at least. At least. AL five, AL four, at least. Okay. So she monster looks so shocked. Yeah, okay. So work hard, try to for your MCQ, try not to make careless mistake. But MCQ tend to be a bit more tricky. Okay, sometimes the two option, which one is correct? Sounds the same, looks very similar. Both options seems correct. So you must be very careful also. Okay? Yeah, it's 60 already. Now MCQs are 60. That means 40. Why bad? You're extremely good in OEQ. But if usually if someone is good in OEQ means they're good in MCQ also. Usually. Okay. Any questions here? What do you mean easy? For PSLE, usually they won't. Usually they'll at least make 20% of the question more challenging to filter out the like AL1 student. Yeah. What do you mean you don't understand the result? Which part you don't understand? Part B or what? Part B? No, it's not a result. It's a way to, it's like a template for you to memorize. Okay, like why must you use glass beaker? You need to answer the first part first. That means the property of the glass. It allows light to pass through or it doesn't block any light. Okay, so then your teacher will ask you, why? Why must it allow light to pass through? Why you don't want it to block light? Then this is where the answering technique comes about. Why you want to have something that is constant is to make sure that your measured variable means something that the person record in your experiment. The person is recording what? The light that can pass through, right? So you want to make sure the amount of light recorded is only affected by the liquid. That means I change liquid, then it affect the light. If I never change, my result should not change. Okay, Ken? So I want to make sure that my result, amount of light, is only because will change like this, QRS and T nothing will change is because of the liquid, not because of whether I use clear glass or whether I use opaque or translucent glass. Okay, okay? Okay, no worries. Okay, so let's move on, okay? You can write it down. Okay, can? No problem. Wax, you need to memorize certain open-ended must memorize, no choice. There's a technique like this one. There's a technique. Measured variable is only affected by change variable. No choice have to memorize for certain open-ended. Okay, can? Okay, so let's look at this one. So over here, okay, so liquids R, S, and T are samples of seawater, okay, collected from different areas where different people snorkel in. Okay, so based on the graph on page, actually it's not page 30, okay, because we got it from the school paper. So we just say the previous page, okay, on page what? Let me see, page 4. Okay, which liquid is best for people to snorkel in so that they can see? I highlight the key things, okay? The animals clearly and explain your answer. Now, um, it will not be entirely easy, okay, but there would be certain 20% of the question. Usually, they'll put more trickier questions, more challenging questions, or more out of the box kind of question. You need to think a bit more application kind, like in real life scenario, then you need to apply it. Okay, can? Okay, so over here. Hello, don't say that. You just need to work hard. Everyone is the same. We don't say smart or not smart. Ayo. Okay, let's look at this one. Okay. Some people is learn things in a different way. Okay. Okay, so everyone, let's look at this one. Explain your answer. Okay, over here. In order for you to see the animals clearly. Okay, can you tell me first? In order for you to see means what? What must happen to light? Light must go where? Light must go where? Pass ah? No. For you to see in order for me to see my pen that I'm holding now, what must happen? Yes, the light that is reflected off my pen must enter my eyes. If it never go into my eyes, go somewhere else, I cannot even see the pen. Okay, okay? Alright, so light from reflected by the pen must go into my eyes. Okay, so must remember, in order when every time the question asks you, what must I do to make sure someone can see? How come she can see something? Is because how come he or she can see something? Is about light entering the eyes. Right? But in order for light to be able to enter the eyes, right? The water, you want the water to allow, you want the liquid to allow most light or least light to pass through. Reflect, yes, reflect is not wrong. You want the water to allow most light or least light to pass through. Yes, most light to pass through, right? So over here, I want to make sure that liquid allows most light to pass through. Okay, so I want most light to pass through. So let's look at the graph. Okay, so let me go up first. Don't worry, later I'll come back down. Okay, so which one would you choose? Which one shows that it allows most light to pass through? Very good, all of you. Those of you send in your answers. Good. You look at the graph, which one you think allows most light to pass through? Okay. Okay, most of you, okay. A lot of you say S. Very good. So you can see that S, I will choose S, right? Very good. But just now, okay, later then I go back down, okay? And then when you choose, right, they usually call you to explain. Okay, this is a three-step answering technique, CER or DSL. Okay, some of your school use CER, some of your school use other method, AGrader use DSL or CER. Okay, so what are these three steps? C is actually your claim, okay, which is you choose S. Then left with evidence and reasoning. Okay, schools evidence and reasoning, E and R, is the same as our D, and then the R, it consists of S and L. Okay, our DSL, describe. So firstly, the evidence means you need to describe what you can see on the graph. Why do you choose S? Why not the rest? So you must use comparison words here. Okay, okay? So compare. So why you choose S is because the amount of light detected is the what? Why you choose S? Why not the rest? Why you don't want to choose R? Why do you want to choose Q? Also allow light to pass through. But S, the amount of light detected for liquid S is the most. Very good. Is the greatest, is the most. Okay? Most means what? Then that is your reasoning. Or our DSLS means science concept. Okay, so that's our science concept. Reasoning, we definitely must use science concept to explain, right? To reason. So what does it show me? It shows me that this liquid allows what? Most light to what? Okay, is it transparent means allows most light to pass through. Very good. So that would be my science concept. Okay, so let me go down first. I fill up all the key things. Okay, so when you explain your DSL, D, which or your E, which is your evidence. Okay, either one, you can use whatever you are more comfortable with. Okay, describe the results, which is your evidence. Okay, second step, science concept or your reasoning. Okay, which is it allows most light to pass through. Always talk about the property of that material, of that liquid. If you're testing for liquid, of that object. Okay, then your third step is your link or your also the second part of your reasoning. Then why? How does it help the person to see marine animals clearly? Okay, so you must explain how come you can see clearly if you use something that is transparent or you use a liquid that allows most light to pass through. Hello, Jean. Yes. So how? That do you all know? Oh, you want to see B? Yeah. Okay. You try to write faster, okay, Jean? The rest of you, how? Any idea? You done? Okay. Okay, so more. Okay, so okay, you got the idea there, sushi monster. Very good. So why must the water allow more light to pass through? So that light reflected off the fishes, most light reflected off the fishes, can reach the person's eyes. Most light can reach the person's eyes. He can see the marine animals the clearest or see them clearly. Okay, so talk about why how it allows him to see. Okay, then that will be your complete answer for this type of question. Okay, so for this, write down what you choose. I choose liquid S. I choose S. Okay, why S? Okay, your DSL or ER. Okay, so you can say that the amount. Wait, I use blue. Okay, since my D is blue. Okay, the amount of light detected is the most or the greatest. Okay, so what does it show me? Okay, showing that S is the clearest and allows most light to pass through. Very good, Alice. You got the idea there. Okay, so next step, your link. So how? Most light to pass through, so what? You know, some school teacher will say, so what? Well, you never tell me how come the person can see the animals clearly, right? So you can say that most amount of light reflected off the animals can reach people's eyes. Okay, so these will explain why they are able to see more clearly. Okay. Oh, the worksheet. You have to click no, over here. You can go to our bio, no? The link in bio, and then everything is there. They'll have some links there as well. Hello. Why you keep right? What is actually the meaning of 6, 7? But never mind. We have 7, 8. We have 8, 9. We have 10, 11 also. Okay, I'm gonna highlight the key thing. Okay. So amount of light detected is the most. Always tell me the results. Okay. Most light means what? What does it show? Shows that it's the clearest. So most light can pass through. So most light reflected off the animals can enter the person's eyes or the people's eyes. Okay. But I don't know what it actually means. It's just like some random number. So never mind. Everyone okay? Can? Hello, you put 6, 7, 6, 7. Are you 67 years old? Why you keep spamming announcing your age? Okay, we focus on this one. Okay. Everyone okay? Any questions for this? How to answer this kind of explanation question? Any questions? No? No, okay, I'm gonna move on, okay? Okay. So let's look at question 5. Okay, so for question 5, they say that if you know the answer, you can let me know, okay? Some scoops of ice cream were placed in a metal cup and a paper cup as shown below. The moment you see a question, always identify what is different. That would be my change variable. That means they will ask something about the change variable one. Okay, so over here, metal cup, paper cup. This is something different. This is my changed variable, CV. Okay, and you see, they ask something about the change variable already. Explain why. Metal cup feels cold to the hand when touched. Okay, so you need to understand. Okay, okay. Because of heat, you got the idea there. Okay, but why? Okay, why do you feel cold? You need to understand what must you focus on? Gain heat or lose heat? Gain heat or lose heat? Don't say better conductor of heat because they are never asked you to compare yet. They just ask you why when I touch something, the it feels cold because your hand. Yes, very good. Not the cup lose heat. Okay, when you feel, you are the one that's feeling it, right? So it is your hand that is the one that's feeling it. So your hand actually lose heat. The heat goes out of your hand. Okay, that's why your hand feels colder. Okay, the moment you see feels cold means that particular thing, okay, loses heat. Okay, but this one we're not comparing anything. So don't need to mention like better or poorer conductor of heat yet. Don't need yet. Okay, so explain why the metal cup feels cold when your hand touches the cup. Okay, you just have to. This one is a very simple explanation. Okay, talk about what thing, describe what thing. Don't say the cup. Okay, describe. Talk about the hand. Okay, science concept D as 2 steps will be good enough. Okay, talk about the hand and what happens to the hand in terms of heat. Okay, so we have to say that not the cup lose heat. It feels cold because your hand lose heat. When your body feel cold, right? When you go to cold country, why do you feel cold? Because your entire body is losing heat. So anything to do with feeling is actually what that means something happened to your body. Okay, so your body, your hand actually feels cold. Okay, when you touch the metal cup. Okay, or okay, is because your hand is losing heat to the metal cup. Hey, no worries, no worries. Okay, don't need to say sorry. Okay, so over here, okay, you can say that the hand lost heat. Oh, let me write this one in blue. Okay, lost heat to the cold metal cup because got ice cream already, right? So the metal cup now becomes cold. Okay, can lose heat or lost heat too. Okay, always remember warmer things lose heat. Okay, colder things gain heat. Okay, can? All right. So your hand is the warmer thing. You will lose heat to the colder thing. Okay, can? All right. So over here, why your hands feel cold? Why did it feel cold? Because your hand actually lost heat to the cold metal cup. Hey, y'all focus, okay? Y'all don't. Yeah, I got Kahoot. We finish this question, there will be Kahoot already. Okay, y'all focus here. Y'all. Okay, now someone mentioned about comparing conductivity, right? Then that will be the next question. In which cup will the ice cream melt slower? Explain. Okay, so everybody, if it's a mixture, P3 and P4, but mainly P4 stuff. Got one P3 question inside here, which is the magnet. But other than that, the rest are P4. Okay, let's look at this one, okay? So over here, hello, hello. Focus, please. Okay, so let's look at this one. Okay, over here, what happens is that you need to see in which cup will the ice cream melt slower. Slower means what? Slower means I'm looking out for a better or a poorer conductor of heat. Slow. If you are slow, do we say that you are a good or you are a poorer conductor? Yeah. When you run in a race and you run slower, they say you are a poor runner. Okay. Anything that is slow, melt slow. Okay. Lose heat slowly, gain heat slowly. All right. It freeze slowly. They're all poor conductors of heat. Okay. Yes. All right. So they are poorer conductors of heat. So as long as you see the word slow, right, when it comes to heat, okay, yeah, I'm looking out for a poorer conductor of heat. So which one do you think is poorer conductor? Metal or plastic? There's only two. Metal or paper, sorry. Metal or paper. Only got, hello, how come got wood? Only two over here. Metal or paper? Paper. Okay. Okay, so over here. So a lot of you got the no, it's okay. Okay, a lot of you got the answer correct. The paper cup will allow the ice cream to melt slower. Okay, but we need to explain. So let's write the paper cup first, okay? The paper cup. Okay, so we need to explain. This is a two-step answering technique. Okay, 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 Ken? Because they never tell you the answer. They never tell you the result. They just ask you, so which one? There's no result to look at, there's no table to look at. Okay, so two steps. First step, describe, which is your same like your evidence. Okay, why you choose paper? The evidence here is like you have to describe paper and compare it with metal cup. We know that paper, talk about conductor, is a poorer conductor of heat. Okay, paper, not pepper. Okay, poorer conductor of heat. All right, then science concept. What does poorer conductor of heat means? Okay, so you need to explain based on here. Okay, in order for the ice cream to melt, the ice cream is supposed to gain heat or lose heat. Hi hi. Wood is considered a poor conductor. Yes, so the ice cream needs to gain heat in order to melt, right? But if they melt slow, means it gain heat fast or slow. Hey, hello. Why you say lose heat? Ice cream is cold, eh? Cold things gain or lose heat. Cold things gain heat. Okay, so yes, it have to gain heat slower. So when it gain heat slower, it will melt faster or slower. It will melt. Yes, Jean. Slower. Very good. Okay, so science concept talk about how does heat flows, whether is it fast or slow. Okay, that would be our second step, which is your R. The CRE is over here, which is the same as D, and then R is your science concept, your reasoning. Okay, so let's write this one down. Help what? Okay, so I need to say that why you choose the paper cup, it is because it is a poorer, use comparison words because you're comparing with metal. Okay, conductor of heat. Okay, then metal. Okay, and will gain heat slower from the surroundings. Okay, so the ice cream will gain heat slower and melt slower. Which one? What? Jean, which one you're talking about? A, part A? Because your hand is the warmer region. Jean, must remember, okay? Hotter things is already very hot, got a lot of heat already. They don't want to gain heat anymore. If you compare, right? Okay, the metal cup is the one that is cold. Okay, so when your hand touch, it feels cold. How come it feels cold? Because anything to do with feeling has something to do with your body, right? Will the metal cup feel anything? The metal cup is a non-living thing, right? It cannot feel. So it's actually the hand. It feels cold because your hand loses heat to the colder metal cup. Okay? Because the cup is cold. Cold things cannot, yeah, cannot cannot lose heat. So that's why we say the hand lost heat. Okay, okay? And because they ask you to focus on the feeling. So the focus is on the hand. Okay, can? Because cups cannot feel anything, they are non-living things. Okay? No worries, no worries. Okay, so I'm gonna highlight the key thing, okay? So we need to make sure to say that paper is a poorer conductor of heat. So the cup will gain heat slower. So when the cup gain heat slower, the ice cream also gain heat slower and melt slower. Okay, hi, hi, yes. Yes. Yes, hi, hi. You call me for what? Okay, last one. Then we go. Then I'll start the Kahoot. Any questions so far for B? Yes, later got Kahoot. Yeah, some school very stingy with their marks, right? Yeah, I ever see some school put explanation question 1 mark. This one, unfortunately, this is school one. Okay, okay, let's look at C. Okay, so this is adapted from school, so no choice. I just follow the marks given by the school. Okay, so over here, Marcus suggested some ways. Oh, XY. Wait until you look at you are going P5 next year. Wait until you reach a topic called water cycles. You need to write 4 lines at least, and it's only worth 2 marks. Junior P3, this year or next year? We reach water cycle. Whoa, you need to write 4 5 lines and you only get 2 marks. Okay, can? Okay, let's look at this one. See, next year. Wow, so you just turned, yeah, so science is a new topic for you. All the best. Okay, science is actually interesting. Okay. P3 one is very interesting lah. When you reach P4, maybe you feel like, huh? But it's still okay. I like science all the way. Okay, let's look at C. C. Marcus suggested some ways to keep ice cream in a metal cup, and I want it to keep it frozen for a longer time. Which of the following is correct? I want to keep it frozen. Frozen means solid. It's like ice. I want to keep it as an ice for the longest time. So, can I place the cup in a basin filled with crushed ice? Would it remain frozen for a longer period of time? Oh, it's okay. Can go ahead and watch. Hi. First two? A lot of you say first two? Okay. Yes, remember when you take ice cream out, right? Then you notice, wow, why melt so fast? Right? If I want to make sure it doesn't melt so fast, that means it stay frozen for a longer time. You can put it in a basin of crushed ice. Okay, when you're not eating, just put it there. If some of you like eat slowly, right? Then yeah, it will take a longer time to melt. Okay, so frozen for a longer time means it takes a longer time to melt. So yes, this is correct. Why is this correct? Because this is a crushed ice is a colder surrounding. Okay, it's not as warm as the surrounding air. So if you put in on it's not as warm as your hand. So if you put it there, it will take a longer time to melt. It will stay frozen longer. Oh, first two, yes, a lot of you got it correct. Yes, it's the first two. Wrap the cup with a towel. Why? Because towel is able to trap air. You know, towel, right? It's like a blanket. Why you feel warmer in an air conditioned room when you have a blanket on? Because that it traps air in between your body and the towel or the blanket. So when it traps air, air is a poor conductor of heat. So the ice will actually, poor conductor means everything is slow, okay? So the ice cream will gain heat slow. Slow means it will stay as an ice cream for a longer period of time. Okay, will not melt so fast. Okay, so very good. Okay, so metal spoon cannot. Okay, metal spoon cannot. Yo, metal mm, wow, got party ah. Never say hello and then eat the food there. No, just kidding. Don't say I say one. Okay, so over here, metal spoon cannot because metal spoon is a good conductor of heat. It will cause the ice cream to gain heat fast. Ice cream will gain heat fast. And I don't want that to happen. Okay, because gain heat means it will melt faster. Okay, Ken? Okay, Ken? All right. If no questions, I'm gonna start the Kahoot. No worries. You want to talk, can but you must learn something from today, okay? Okay, done. Okay, okay, okay. Give me a moment, okay? So let me hold on. Let me start up the Kahoot first, so you all can join. Yeah, give me a moment. Okay, I start up already. Then you all can join. Okay, okay. Never mind. I show you this one first. Okay, let me explain certain instructions. Okay, so you can join your Kahoot with your name. Okay, and please take note that if you are the top three winners, okay, after you play the Kahoot, right? Then you will notice like, oh, you don't know, they'll tell you what position you're in. Is it one, two, three, or other positions? So, but if you're the top three, please take note, please screenshot your results. Okay, no screenshot means like no proof. Then we very hard for us to give you like prizes or whatsoever. Okay, can? Okay, then after, if you are the top three, take a screenshot. Okay, and then send a direct message, DM or PM, okay, to us on our TikTok account, okay, which is in our bio. All right. Or you send it to this number. Take a photo. The number is there to claim your gift. Okay? Or not collect. I think they will mail it to your house if I'm not wrong. I think they'll give you instructions because I'm not the one tending to the messages. They'll tell you, like, if you, I think they'll tell you what will happen. Okay? Okay. Okay, let me share the Kahoot, okay? Then you'll join. Okay, give me a moment. Let me share my screen. Okay, hold on. Okay. Let me share now. Yeah, it's synchronizing. Give me a moment. Oh, wait, I take away these instructions, okay? Y'all take a screenshot of these instructions ready? Okay? Okay, so I hide these instructions. Okay, it's loading the pin. Okay, y'all can join now. Oh, I got Labubu really so good. Like that, I also want to join and play. No, I'm just kidding. Who is Banana? Bananas in pajamas? So funny, y'all. Okay. Okay, everybody. I'm gonna start. Okay, I'm gonna count down, okay? All the best. Five, four, three, two, one. Start. All the best. Hey, so fast, ah. Yeah, all of you got it correct. Okay, it is an iron rod because iron is a magnetic material. Fantastic. Okay, good. So, next one. Okay, in the meantime, banana is banana is in the leaderboard. Okay, so true or false? So fast. Hey, you all got your concepts right. Very good. Solids have a definite volume, and that is true. Fixed volume means definite. The volume doesn't change. Okay, good. Okay, next one. You must remember when I want to use a material to make an object, what is the most important thing? Must a nail be magnetic? The most nail is used to hold things up on the wall and all that. The magnetic part is not that important. The more important thing is it must be strong. Yes, very good. Okay, hi. Who is anonymous? Okay. Hello. Eh, huh? Okay, you must remember, pupa stage is only valid for what? How many stages? Four stage life cycle. Four stage life cycle have a pupa stage. The egg, larva, pupa, adult. So it's only for four stage life cycle. Frog has three stages. Okay, frog is egg, young, adult. Grasshopper is egg, nymph, adult. Chicken is also egg, young, adult. So mosquito is the only one that has four stages, so it has a pupa stage. Butterfly also pupa. Okay, can? Also got pupa stage. Yes, but butterfly not inside here. Not in the options. Okay, good. They take note is multi-select. You can choose more than one. This one is a bit difficult already. A bit tricky, I would say tricky. Okay, everybody, a lot of you got tricked. Those of you who chose the light blue one, the turquoise color, cannot because it's for electromagnet. Does electromagnet have anything to do with stroking? The bottom two options, right? The stroke lesser time and stroke more times is there to trick your okay electromagnet. Nothing to do with stroking. None of it should be correct, and if it's something to do with stroking. So if I want to make an electromagnet weaker, I have to have fewer turns of wire around the rod, or use weaker battery, or use lesser batteries. Okay, so you all must be very careful. Okay. Okay. Absorb. Food is absorbed into the blood at the small intestine. Okay, not the mouth. Mouth only helps to digest food. Okay, can? So yeah, be careful. Oh, no more already. Next time, okay? This one just now I went through with you. Most of you got it correct. Yes, light comes from a light source, is reflected off the book, and it goes into Sue's eyes. Okay, Ken, the light doesn't come from the book and doesn't come from her eyes. Okay, so the red and the blue one is out. And to explain why you can see the book, you cannot say that the light from the lamp goes straight away go into her eyes. Then she's looking at the lamp, not the book. Okay, Ken, so you must be very careful. Okay, last question. Oh, this one is similar to the question that you went through. So fast, are y'all? Okay, the correct answer is metal. Metal is the best conductor of heat as compared to the rest. Okay, so take a screenshot for those who get the top three. Booklet? No. I supposed to end the live already. Okay, congratulations. Oh no, I missed your name. Okay, congratulations, Yu Hao and Aiden and Anonymous. Take a screenshot if you are the top three, and then you can. I show you the instructions again, okay? And then you can take note to send to the our message us directly, or send it to the number to claim your gifts. Okay, Ken? Okay, and just to let you all know, okay, that we have online lessons, all right, available. I'm actually teaching P5 next year's P5 online classes. Okay, so you can click on our bio to find out more. Okay, and I'm gonna let you know the next live also. Okay, and the next live would be on 23rd December. Okay, next week, Tuesday, for P6 English. Tomorrow don't have live. How to screenshot? Hello, Aiden. How to take a screenshot? Do you have another phone? Depending on your phone. For iPhone is like the the plus minus the volume button and the lock button. Okay, I show you again. iPad iPad works the same. The power button, if I'm not wrong, is the power button and the if I'm not wrong, power button and volume button press together at the same time. Did it work? Oh no, we're supposed to end the live already. There'll be Kahoots. I think next month. Okay, but it's another subject. Yeah. Oh, cannot, because they only give out only for first, second, and third place one time a month. So I cannot give you another Kahoot. Later your screenshot, then you all say both, then got two second place or two third place. Cannot. That's why. Ayo. Okay, can? Manage to cannot work? Do you have another phone? Then you just okay, but okay, never mind. You just directly message AGrader TikTok. Okay, after you screenshot, you just directly message AGrader, the our account. Okay. Okay, now you ask your parents for help. But you managed to screenshot already, right? If you manage to screenshot, you can directly DM our TikTok account. At least Then okay, okay, you maybe you pass the iPad to your parent, ask them to help you screenshot. You don't exit that page. If I never end the game, you will still be there. Okay, can? Okay? Okay, okay, then I will see you all next month for TikTok live. Okay? Enjoy your Christmas. Bye bye. I'm gonna end the live. Bye. Enjoy your Christmas and your school starting next month. Enjoy again. Enjoy your remaining 2 to 3 weeks. Bye. How? What happened? Oh, you become P6. All the best. Oh, so sweet. So sweet of you. Okay. Bye bye.